Hello everyone, we are Skeesh, and today we are reacting to Trash Taste talking about not understanding American food. Being as we are American, we eat this shit every day, we figure this would be the perfect video for us to react to. So without further ado, let's just jump right into the video.
Oh, this is a fucking pie.
This is a pizza pie.
Is that where it came from?
I think so.
I'm not sure, but I was definitely eating a pie that was shaped like a pizza
flavored pie.
Yeah, exactly.
Pretty much, yeah.
Exactly.
But I remember as well, like when I went to Texas for the first time, and we went to I don't remember what the Italian restaurant was, but it was like a big Italian restaurant, and like portion sizes in America no. Portion sizes in America are already big, right?
Yeah.
But in Texas, it's like hold my beer.
Yeah.
Levels of fucking food, right? So we went to this Italian restaurant, and it was Misty's birthday.
Yeah.
So we went to an Italian restaurant, and we were like getting all this food. And you know, normally when you go to an Italian restaurant anywhere, right? It's like you order like one bowl of pasta each, right? Like whatever you want. Maybe share it around or whatever. No. In this Italian restaurant, it's like one dish of pasta is like can feed like an Ethiopian family for like a year. Like it is an insane, it's like too much pasta.
Yeah.
And we thought that was already ridiculous. Like we couldn't even finish that shit. But then we wanted to order a cake, right? And we saw, oh, they sell tiramisu here. And Misty's like, yeah, I want a tiramisu. And normally when you order cake at a restaurant, it's like one slice, right?
Yeah.
No, they brought out the whole fucking cake. It was like, it was legitimately like this big and like this deep.
How much was it?
It's like $20.
What the fuck?
It was like, and I was just like, I think we ordered wrong. And they were like, no, there's only one tiramisu on the menu. So it must mean this.
Ordering a cake.
That's like just like the only option of anything is a crate of it.
Yeah.
Sometimes I just want a bit of it. Like,
and I'm just like, and I thought like, you know, oh, maybe it's like a little bit, maybe it's like a really fancy tiramisu, right? Because of the price. But no, I wasn't expecting like fucking grandma to like bust into the fucking restaurant, just be like, here you go.
That's like, so sometimes when I'm with Americans in America and they're like, yeah, that place.
The cake thing is weird. I've never been to a restaurant where you order a dessert and you get the whole thing, but the pasta thing that Joey brought up was 100% correct. If you go to any Italian restaurant, that's not just in Texas because they do everything different. If you go to any Italian restaurant in America, you're gonna get a plate like this big, and it's gonna be like this deep, and the whole thing is gonna be pasta. That includes like the chain restaurants like Olive Garden, or around here we have one called Papa Bear's. No matter what, every Italian restaurant is gonna serve you just an astronomical portion. I, for one, never finish it. I can never finish an Italian meal. There's a restaurant out here called Danny Boy's that's an Italian restaurant, and the portions are just massive. Even I look at those and I'm like, these are huge portions, which is just ridiculous, and I can never finish it. But well, yeah, when it comes to Italian and pasta, they're just ridiculously sized proportions. Yeah, everywhere you go, if it's Italian, be prepared to get a box to take stuff home, no matter what. There's no way you're gonna finish your food. And if you do, congratulations, that is quite the feat.
That place is way too expensive. You get ripped off, and I'm like, bro, I got like enough to feed my whole family. What do you mean? Like, in my head, I'm like, no, you didn't get ripped off. You've been to France, bro? You get like one string of pasta and sauce, and they charge you $20 for that shit.
Would you like 6 snails for €20?
Yeah. Like I'm like in Europe, like you don't get that for that much.
Oh,
like
no.
it's rare. Like I mean, to me. Yeah, LA was super expensive, but I always got a shit ton of food, so I was like, fuck.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just, I remember having to learn the hard way that you just never order appetizers when you go to an American restaurant. Because there's been...
It's a meal.
Yeah, because that's... Why'd you call it appetizers when it's like as big as the main course? I don't get it. Like in every other part of the world, you order you have like a 3-course meal sometimes, you know, if you're feeling frisky. In America, you order one thing off the menu, and that one thing can feed a fucking family for a week.
One thing I could never fucking believe was the concept of bottomless fries at a fast food restaurant.
Or bottomless everything.
Bottomless everything. Like already, like free refills was like a whoa concept because in Australia, there's no fucking restaurant that gives you free refills, right? Yeah, but I was like, oh, it's free refills and bottomless fries. I'm like, what does bottomless fries
I just realized
mean?
this episode is like British and Australian people discover America.
Yeah.
What's up with all of this stuff?
Because I was so used to ordering like a large drink at like a cinema, right? Like in Australia, because you know you could actually finish it. A large drink in a fucking American cinema is like they might as well have just given you like 4 liters of Coke, right?
You just like blew my mind. I had another thing. I found out in the cinemas in America,
Yeah.
you can refill your popcorn in some of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm like, what?
That's something to touch on. Every movie theater. The appetizers first. Yeah, that's a good one. They are like literal meals, and they cost just about as much as meals. I don't know why they're not just included on the menu or something. They're just something someone slapped together. But the appetizers are usually pretty big. And I mean, what we usually do when we go out to eat is one person will get an appetizer and we'll share it with the group. It's not like one person orders a different appetizer. No, yeah, appetizers are almost a scam if you're going out with like less than 4 people, because you will pay somewhere in the ballpark between $8 to like $15 for one appetizer, and it's huge. But then you have to pay for your meal, which is probably gonna be like $12 to $20. And then if the portion's huge, you might not finish it, and you might take it home and just maybe forget about it or not even take it home. Yeah, that's often the case. Leftovers often get left over and thrown away. A lot of people just forget about them. So some people look at it as like extra food, but a lot of times they just get thrown away anyway. So it's kind of a scam, honestly. I'm not a big appetizer guy. I don't care for No, I don't usually order. Then they were talking about don't even get me started about the movie theaters. Oh my God. The drinks are huge. Like this tall. Literally like over a foot tall. Seriously. And popcorn sizes are ridiculous as well. You can get a like 2-gallon bag of popcorn. But the thing about the cinemas, we don't say cinemas, we say movie theaters here. But the thing about them is they're expensive. They're very expensive to get food at or drinks at. So you're kind of actually paying for that amount. In a way, yeah. Like popcorns are like $10, and it's popcorn. It's a light snack. You shouldn't be paying $5 for a thing of popcorn, but you do anyway. The movie theaters. Same with every snack. Every single snack in movie theater is going to charge you an arm and a leg. You're going to be extremely fortunate if you pay less than $10 for something, honestly. It's ridiculous. And they don't come in bags. Or like if you go to any store here, like a convenience store, and you pick up Reese cups, they usually won't have those at the theaters. They'll come in boxes, and you have to get the bigger portion. There's no other option to get just a small, like 1 serving size portion. Yeah, movie theaters are also kind of a sham.
No.
Why is this allowed?
Like, I was like, what? Why did I buy the large then if I can just refill it?
Yeah, okay, here's the concept I never understood, right? Like, you go to any restaurant, right? Usually it's free refills, right?
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
just a drink machine
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
But there's small, medium, and large size cups.
Yeah, why would you not just get the small?
Why would you
refill
not
it?
just get a small cup? And then I asked Aki, and she's like, "Oh, some people are just too lazy to get up to get a refill."
What?
And I'm just like, "Are you? It's like 20 cents extra, dude. Like, are you really that lazy that you just be like, yeah, I'll pay a little bit extra so I can sit for longer."
All Americans are watching this. They're like, "Is this? Do you agree with the points that we're making? Or are you frustrated?"
That's
that we
what
don't
I've
have the-
heard from another American, and I've heard from multiple Americans.
That's true. That's 100% true. I agree with that. I don't even buy a drink when I go out to eat. I don't get a drink. You get water. It's free. It's always free. And if you're going to a place like Chipotle or somewhere where you order the food and then go sit down yourself, you just get a cup. They just give you a cup for free. You can just fill it. Oftentimes people fill it with any drink they want anyway, but I don't unless I get like a beer. A beer is like the only exception. That's like it. It's always water usually. Yeah, it's free. Like how are you gonna say no to free?
I don't get buttered popcorn. I don't think it tastes good.
I just don't eat while I go to the cinemas.
Don't? It's like I have to eat.
I maybe get like a packet of candy or something or whatever, but like I never get popcorn.
I need popcorn when I go to the cinema, or
Really?
I don't want to go.
I'm the guy who never actively goes out and buys popcorn, but when someone like offers it, I'm like, okay, let me just chow down this shit.
No, dude. In my head, it's like it's not the cinema experience unless I get popcorn, and that's probably because they've conditioned me to think that way.
Right.
Yeah.
But I mean, I like it.
I mean, do you watch a movie at home and do you have to have popcorn when you're having it?
No.
So why do you have to have it in
why-
the cinema?
yeah,
because
in
I'm
the cinema.
going there. It's an experience. I need to have the popcorn. Maybe I don't need.
I think I've just been conditioned from Australia because popcorn in Australian cinemas was stupidly expensive.
I was in the UK.
And, yeah, right. And it's like, and as like a high school student, it's like you can't afford
Yeah, okay. High
like
school I
yeah.
couldn't, and I think because maybe my parents never ever wanted to buy it.
Yeah,
Right,
Because
right.
like,
I was like,
you'd almost be paying a fucking mortgage to get like this popcorn and drink set.
what was it?
in
It was
winter.
like £10 in the UK, which is like nearly like what, like $14?
Yeah, it was something
Yeah.
like that. in
Which is
Australia
way
as well.
more than in America, right?
Yeah, like a large popcorn in Australian cinemas usually costs more than the actual ticket to go watch the movie.
Yeah, I did in
Yeah.
the UK.
Yeah, and I'm just like, why? I'll just go down to the fucking supermarket like
Yeah.
below and just sneak shit in. And so much
I don't
cheaper.
know, it just doesn't taste as good. I don't know, man. When you bring your own shit in, it just tastes kind of like flat, you know? It's like, it's just
I'm sorry,
pathetic.
Like it tastes kind of better because you're doing something wrong. It's the sneaky. We always get, like, we'll go to a dollar store, pick up some candy there because we don't want to, like I said, take out a mortgage to buy snacks. So we go into the dollar store, buy our stuff, and jam it in our pockets. And usually, I've never ever missed out. I don't think the employees really care. No. But it's just kind of the sneaky feel of it. You feel like you're doing something wrong. Like that's our movie theater experience, is sneaking food in. Like forget the popcorn there and the large gallon of whatever cola you buy. The real experience is sneaking stuff in, and it's just like a little thrill that you're not going to get caught for. I've seen people bring in whole ass meals, like they go to Chipotle and bring in their bowl. Yeah. You can hear them opening their tin and just chowing down. Or like a big McDonald's bag. Yeah, and the crinkles. And I'd love to see someone bring in a pizza, like a whole ass pizza. I think it can be done. Like roll it up out of the box and just throw it in a bag, and you're good. I'd love to see that.
You peasants won't understand.
Yeah, you peasants wouldn't get it. As a wealthy 1800s Victorian lord of the land, I must say.
But no, like in America, did you ever go to an American cinema?
Yeah, I did.
Where they would have like so I went to a cinema in Wisconsin, and they would just have these butter machines where you could just basically
you could, like, press it. I was so confused.
Like pour just like as much butter as you can on the popcorn.
We had that. In Vegas, we had one that had butter, but also lard. And I'm just like, ew.
Lard?
Yeah.
Just pure fat?
Yeah.
Maylene, is this a thing in your
Yeah.
country?
They put.
Never seen.
I saw it. It was in Vegas and
Why
like
would you
another
just-
state.
Why
I
would
saw.
you just want to put lard on it?
Because it
Wait,
makes it like
American-
extra greasy.
Americans, is this true?
What is this?
Yes, it is.
Is this?
I think it's true, but I've never seen it. It was in Vegas, and Vegas is way out there. It's an experience in itself. So maybe I haven't seen it. I don't want to see it. But the butter thing, yeah, that's actually. We had a dollar theater where you just paid $1 to go see a movie, and they had the butter dispensers. And I got a popcorn one time when I was younger, and I just drowned it in butter, like way too much butter, and it made me sick. And now I don't get popcorn anymore. I don't even eat popcorn anymore. I think it's gross. The lard thing I've never seen. If I did see it, I'd be just as appalled as that, actually.
True.
No. I saw it in another state too. Like I don't think it's common because I only saw it like very, very rarely.
Yeah.
But it was like some kind of like lardy, like fatty substance that was sitting next to the butter. I'm like, is butter not fat enough for you? That you need extra fat and extra grease in your popcorn.
I remember like I picked it up and I was like, ugh, my hands are oily.
Yeah.
My hands shouldn't be oily. It's popcorn.
It was like
Yeah.
touching the back of like an oven, right?
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
just
it was
gross.
It was like the deep fried oil shit. I'm
Yeah.
like, wow, what the fuck? I ruined my whole popcorn. I put that shit on because everyone was doing it. So I
Yeah.
was like, oh, it must taste good.
And it's fucking horrible as well. Like you can't put that shit on your lap because then the grease starts to like seep through the
I didn't
bottom
put
of the
that much
bucket.
on, luckily.
Okay. Well, while we're ranting about American things, okay, American cheese sauce.
We're gonna lose all our
What?
subs.
Okay. What
Okay, that
is
is-
American spray?
Ew!
What is American spray cheese? I'm just there's something that I don't understand about America, and then there's the spray cheese that Americans apparently love.
I
They put on
always
them-
thought the spray cheese shit was just like shit you'd see in the movies. And then I went to a Walmart for the first time and I saw it. I'm like, it can't be.
But they're always like, no, it tastes amazing on Cheez-Its. That's what they always
Yeah.
say. And
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah.
no, it should never be in a can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or when I remember I was staying at someone's house in America, and they were like, "Do you want a grilled cheese?" I was like, "Oh, I love a grilled cheese."
Yeah.
And then they gave it to me, and I'm like, "You put the plastic shit on, didn't you?
Yeah.
Like you put the cheese singles, didn't
Yeah.
you? Like, yeah, that's cheese." I'm like, "That's not cheese. Look on the back. It's 4% cheese maximum. I guarantee it. That's not cheese."
Yeah.
Like,
Just because it says cheese flavoring, it doesn't mean it's cheese.
and I went to the supermarket, and there was like a kilogram of cheddar for like $2 or something.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
you have proper cheese.
What do you mean?
Why not use it?
They're like,
Put
they're
it
like-
on your
Yeah, because
nachos.
they were like, I'm too lazy to cut it. I think they told me.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's get a knife. What do you mean? It's too lazy to cut
Buy
it.
utensils.
I literally would like cut that shit like I
Yeah.
would grab the block out of the, just peel the wrapper and just cut it like that.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't even
Like a
need,
normal human being.
Yeah, like why are you making this difficult? America, explain.
Because I
Explain.
asked.
All right, the cheese thing. That exists. I wouldn't say it's very common. Although growing up, we did have it, and I would get like Ritz crackers, and I would put the cheese on it, and then I would make little cheese Ritz cracker sandwiches, and I would eat those, and I loved them. Now, I don't fuck with the cheese, but it is very popular, and I've seen a lot of people talk about it. Yes, it's a thing, it exists. It shouldn't really be a thing, but welcome to America. Yeah, it's just more processed food that a lot of people seem to enjoy. I don't care for it anymore. In fact, I don't even really see it a lot in houses anymore. My dad still gets it. He likes it. What restaurant do you think those three would go to like make them flip their shit around here? Like what like food item or items would make them just like, if it's portion sizes, if it's how it's cooked, or like what it is exactly? Because I was trying to think about through the whole video, what around here would cause them to just go bananas. Melt. I thought the same thing. So what Melt is, it is a grilled cheese place. Now it is not your standard cheese betwixt two buns. It is definitely not that. These are monstrous sandwiches, and you can order a half or a whole. And a half is about the size of 2 sandwiches, and a whole is the size of 4 sandwiches, normal size sandwiches. They're just stacked high with everything you can think of under the sun. And it is just, it's an experience to go there. Just the amount of food you get is ridiculous. So we get the whole, and we swap with one another. We're still eating a whole. So we're basically eating 4. Yeah, it's a lot of food. I don't think I've ever finished fully though. I don't think I've ever finished a whole sandwich ever. Like no matter what, I'm always taking something home. I do, and unfortunately. Do you finish, because they also come with fries. Do you finish the fries? Depends on how I'm feeling. But the sandwich always goes. Yeah. I mean, that's what you pay for, but on top of the 4 sandwiches, you also get a massive amount of fries. So there's that to add into it. And for what you get, it really is not that expensive. I think you pay around $16 to $18 for a whole sandwich. But like we said, it's like 4 things in one. Like you will not leave that restaurant hungry. And if you ate that for your next 3 meals, you'd be fine.
You'd be satisfied.
It's not healthy, it's not great for you, but you would have food to eat for like 3 meals.
So if you're visiting America, Melts are really only in this area. We're in like the Northeast Ohio area. That's really the only place I know where they're at. So if you're in this area and you want to just be bewildered by American food, go to Melt.
Try Melt. It's like all Ohio themed actually, now that you bring it up.
Yeah.
So Melt would make them go insane. It would just make them go crazy. There's this sandwich where you have your sandwich and then inside of the sandwich is a whole nother sandwich. It's just bananas. It is crazy at Melt. Try a Melt. It's good. It's pretty good, yeah. And you get a shit ton of food.
So thank you guys for watching, and we do encourage you to go watch Trash Taste. We love their content, that's why we're reacting to it. If you guys like this video, subscribe, like, comment, share. We would really appreciate it, and we will catch you in the next Skiche video.